Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And I was doing some cleaning in my workshop, my a la garage, a la laundry room. I had a water heater had to be replaced, and I was sitting here watching them replacing it. Oh gosh, the new water heater, even though it's the same configuration, was about an inch too wide. So they had to cut down a bookshelf that was right next to where the heater goes in. So they had to cut a notch out of the corner so that they could get the water heater back in the corner. Anyway, while I was sitting here watching them, I'm looking at the shelf that's next to the water heater, which is above the washer and dryer. And I couldn't believe all the stuff that was packed on the about 5 shelves. And right in the middle of the top shelf, I saw a whole bunch of boxes that looked like scanner radios. And sure enough, this morning I took them down, and there was about a half a dozen old scanner radios. And I thought, well, instead of leaving them up there or just putting them back up, because I hadn't touched them in probably 20 years, I'm going to take them down, see if they work. If they don't work, get rid of them. If they do work, maybe give them away or put them someplace else. So here's the first one. This is a Bearcat 160. Now what it is, it's a 10 channel or 16 channel. Now why they do that, I don't know. So if you want 16 channels, you push one button. If you want 10, you push the other button. It's programmable, so you don't need crystals. Vintage, I don't know what the vintage is, but it's quite old. It's probably one of the first programmable scanner radios. And let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. Show you a little bit about it. Let's go to camera zoom. Really want to zoom in on that keyboard. There we go. See if that works. Close that, and get it back in view. Okay, so over here we have off, on, volume control, squelch control, priority scanning, search scanning. So you set the limits, the hold, auxiliary to provide an output of the scanner to some other device, the speed at which it scans, a delay on each of the channels, whether you want to delay there for a while, a lockout of a channel, 10 channel, 16 channel, scan or manual, and then the keyboard for entering frequencies into the 10 or 16 memory locations. So I turned it on a few minutes ago, and I programmed in a frequency. And I thought, hey, it's all working. Matter of fact, let me go back to, well, that's interesting. The frequency that I programmed in is now gone. And then there's this frequency. Now, what it does take, and this is probably the reason why it's gone, is it takes 2 9-volt batteries to back up the memory, otherwise the memory gets erased. So maybe what's in here, since it doesn't have any of those batteries, is some default frequencies. Now, let me try it again. I went to 162.450, I believe. 0. Enter. Now, let me go up one, and it says error. So let me go up, there's 2, so on up to 10, I believe. Yep, I'm in a 10 mode. So it didn't program it. Now, the first time I turned it on after it had been off for 25 years. I was able to program the first channel. Maybe the problem is I don't have that battery backup. Maybe if I put those 2 9-volt batteries in there, it would save what I'm programming. I thought it would save it as long as I had the AC power connected, but I guess not. So otherwise, it will scan the built-in frequencies. So there it's scanning. Most of those frequencies are obsolete. Well, all those frequencies are obsolete, so it's not going to find anything. So I may round up, which I don't know if I have any 9-volt batteries. They're not used much anymore. So I may see if I can round up 2 9-volt batteries and see if it will actually let me program and store and save those frequencies. That's it. I can see I've got a half a dozen more I want to show you just quickly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them. I'm not going to do any testing. I was able to, the first time, like I said, I was able to program in the local weather frequency, and it worked. It picked it up. I did have to use a special adapter. It either has a telescopic antenna that screws in down there, or it's got a jack on the back that's got this funky connector. It's old style, probably car radios use these, and I do have some adapters, so luckily I was able to hook it up. So that's it. If you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll do some more of my scanners. Now, I won't do a whole bunch of shows back to back on just scanners. I do have some more of Jeff's radios, so I'll mix those in. If you have something you want me to show you, I have a new emergency radio coming in from Iron Snow. I've done several of his radios already. He sent me a prototype, which I have, which is working fine, but I'm not going to show you the prototype. He now has the final version available on Amazon. That's what I'm going to be showing you when it comes in the next couple of days. That's it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.